intro. Wait. I think it's
there we go.
recording.
Hang on. Wait. Hello and welcome back to the BFG podcast. We're here today with our very, with a capital T, very special guest, Grace Jale, former Knicks player, currently starring for Canberra and also Football Fern. So, yeah, bula, welcome to the show, Grace.
Hola! Thank you for having me. Oh, I love the shirt. My dad doesn't even have a Jolly shirt of me. Love it. Thank you. Excited to be here.
Do it again, Denise. Do it again.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh, there goes. I'm so excited. My computer fell over. Woo! That's a quick one. Drive by.
Love it.
So, how's your week going, Grace? How's the prep for the game tomorrow? The game against the Knicks going?
It's good. It's good. Prep is good. My week has been good. I am excited. Very excited. I'm very nervous.
Do you think you can beat us? Do you think you can beat us?
Yes. Yes, I do think so. I think it's going to be a good game. We definitely cannot underestimate the Knicks. Of course, I know I've been part of the team and I know the quality that the team has. And when I was playing for the Knicks, we did take Canberra down. I think it was 3-0 last time. So got to keep that in mind. I am very aware of their high press and have been scoping out, the positives and negatives and their strengths and weaknesses in their past 3 games. But yeah, I'm excited, very excited. It's been hard to sleep this week, if I'm honest, because I've got, it's the X team and I have this crazy, weird thing of having to score a goal to carry the streak and hopefully beat Sam Kerr's record, which is also crazy. And yeah, so I'm very nervous, but excited.
I'm wondering actually, what is it you think that Canberra needs to do to beat the Knicks tomorrow?
I don't want to give away our game plan. Obviously, we need to score more goals, but I'm not going to give away the game plan or anything like that. Because I see the Knicks shirts on, and I know you guys fight for the Knicks. I love you guys, but I'm playing for them. They've hired me this year, okay? Just stay true to them.
Well, we're thrilled that you're on here anyway to chat with us. And, I hope you get to beat Sam Kerr's record, honestly. I don't want, obviously as a Knicks fan, I don't want you to win, but I'd love to see you break that record. And in fact, I'll be the first to tweet at Sam Kerr and say, Grace Jale's just beaten one of your records.
Tell you what, you can score your goal once the Knicks have scored 10. Then I'll celebrate your goal. I'll be there. Little corner of yellow will be there. And we will celebrate your goal, but so long as we've already scored 10.
Okay, got it.
It's
if
a good
not,
time.
I'll celebrate not in the little yellow corner. Maybe I'll just.
No, you're right.
Nah.
So, speaking of making the switch from the Knicks to Canberra, what's that been like? I mean, what's been good and what's been hard? How's that going for you? I mean, obviously it's going well. I mean, you're on a goal scoring streak, but how else has the change been?
It was scary at first. Obviously, it's a new team and it's a new town and everything like that. And it was scary. A whole new team of people. With the Phoenix, I've kind of been in and around the players for a while now and the coaching staff as well. So I was familiar and it was more, I don't know, comfortable, I guess. And I had to kind of get comfortable being uncomfortable in Canberra. The town's pretty, dare I say it's pretty boring. There's no beaches. There's not as much as there was in Wollongong, and I know that's not as much as there is in Wellington, which I do miss home, that's for sure. But yeah, well, it was very scary at first, and I kind of had to take it in two ways. You know, do I just be shy and hide in the corner, or do I be me and make some friends, just like I kind of had to do in the Phoenix as well? So I kind of took it in my stride to be, well, fake being comfortable and make the most out of the situation. And I think, you know, so far it's worked, and we're gelling really nicely as a team, and the coach is really challenging me, which I needed and I love. And I'm making lots of new friends, which is great. But yeah, I'd say the downside is probably no beaches, if I'm honest.
I heard you did some archery though on the bye week.
Oh, yeah, we
Were you
did.
any good?
I'm okay. Definitely will stick to football, but yeah, very inconsistent. You know, I think it was all right. It was a hot day. Okay, I was tired. I needed a nicer day for that. There was a lot of pressure. But one of my teammates, Maddie, she said in the interview that I was a standout, and she was in my groups, and she's totally lying. I don't know why she said I was good. I'm not good. I'm okay.
So I was thinking, I mean, obviously there were two Graces in the team last season. So you got to Wiz and Jale. And I was thinking, oh, you get to be Grace now. And then I realized that there's Grace Ma. So are you still Jale?
Yes. And there's also a Grace Taranto. So if there's Grace being said, there's three of us thinking, is it me? Yeah. So I encourage everyone to call me Jolly on the field and at training and just in general, because everyone's heads are turning when we hear it. So it is tricky, and it's not very nice being one of three Graces, you know, not very unique, but it's fine. I'll deal with it.
Well, one of the reasons that I'm just a super fan of yours is that you are unique. As a fan of New Zealand football, I look around and I'm looking at diversity in football, and I'm like, Grace, man, you made it. Like, how did you do it? Where did you come from? How do we make more of you? Like you're just awesome, and you have incredible poise. You're one of New Zealand's top athletes, and I just want to know like how you came about.
Wow. First of all, thank you very much. Very kind words. I don't feel like I've made it just yet, but I'm getting there. It was not easy. Got to be honest with that one. Not easy at all. Like you said, I do stand out because, well, I'm tall, and I'm one of the only, I would say, oh, not only, but different skin color, obviously, and different background. Got a bit of Māori in me, and I'm half Fijian and New Zealand European, so I'm a bit of a mix. But yeah, was not easy at all. Had to fight for positions in every single team, and nothing comes easy. I wouldn't honestly. I'd just say it's hard work and dedication. Obviously, it's kind of cliche, but you got to work hard to get it, and nothing comes easy. Nothing's given to you. And I'm sure for the case it was the same, as me, and also with injuries and stuff, it's just not giving up. And times do get tough. Sorry. But hard work always gets you through.
I mean, when times get tough, who do you talk to? Who's your go-to?
Well, I actually did talk a lot to Amber Hearn when I was going through a lot of my injuries. She's a legend, obviously, New Zealand's top goal scorer, a great person as well. I talked to her a lot. I talked to Hoyley, Katie Duncan, just kind of the stars of our kind of generation before. And I was lucky enough to be a part of the team when I was really young. The Fern, that is, when I was really young. And I had the players I had on my bedroom wall to look up to and to talk to and get advice from. So I think they really helped me through it. But I just think I had to find it kind of inside me not to give up, because being injured sucks. And being injured and then coming back and then getting injured again really sucks even more. And these things that are out of your control, you kind of had to drive it yourself. So, yeah.
So you've had 2 ankle reconstructions. I mean, that must have been, I can't even imagine what that must have been like for rehab and everything. Does that still have any impact on you now, or is it kind of gone and in the past now?
Oh, definitely not in the past. I've got the scars to show, and I've got the, constant niggles that keep coming up. Rehab, have to keep on top of that because it will come creeping back. It was really hard. I think I had about 10 months out for each of them, and those are within, I don't know, 2 years. So it was a very quiet kind of time for me before the Phoenix kind of snapped me up again. And yeah, it's really hard, and it's never something that I've quite gotten over. My right ankle is still causing me a bit of grief. The Phoenix season, I had to get a cortisone shot, so I might be due for another one this season. I really don't want to get to that point though. So I think keeping on top of rehab and recovery is going to be huge. But yeah, it was difficult, but getting there.
So you've been around, when we look at across the calendar, you've been around football for a while. So are these kind of overuse injuries, or is it just really bad luck?
I don't know. I don't know if it's genetically I've just got crappy ankles, but I think it would have been a combination. I did have a lot of injuries when I was younger, literally from growing. And I was like a baby giraffe when I was going through that stage. I grew way too quickly for my muscles to handle. But I think it probably was a combination of that and bad luck. Concussions. I've had a fair few of those, which are horrible, and that's kind of bad luck, I'd say. But I think, across the years, I kind of learned more about recovery and strength, and got in the gym and had people to, show me the rights and wrongs and do's and don'ts. So I think the more I kind of played and the longer I was around, I kind of learned how to avoid those injuries. But a bit of both, bad luck and bad ankles, maybe genetics.
Hey, can I ask our signature question, which Jonathan usually asks? How would you describe yourself as a footballer in 3 words?
Oh,
that's a tough one. I know.
3 words. That's a really good question.
Yeah. Well, it gets to the essence of who you are, and that's why we love to ask it.
Okay. All right. I think I could maybe do this. I would say creative. I think I can be creative sometimes. I should have did some research on this. I've seen you guys podcast before, so I shouldn't have not seen this coming.
Lily knew it was coming, and she still couldn't come up with a third.
Yeah, I did watch Lily's, and I was thinking, oh, what could I do for me? And still, yeah, creative. I would like to say I'm relentless in attack and defense. I would hope that you guys agree.
Yes.
I don't know. A presence. I feel like I'm a presence on the field just because I'm huge. Yeah. That's my favorite.
I instantly, not just because I'm a fan, but you instantly know when you come on, because it gives the team a different facet, whether you're on the Ferns or, that other team you play on right now. But, with the Phoenix, it's just very clear when you are on, and you do have just a mammoth presence on the pitch. So do you know if you're so you got some matches the Ferns have some matches coming up. Let's just say that, and let's just applaud. There are some matches coming up. I mean, I've been, even though I have this funny accent, I have been following New Zealand football for a long time. And all I could do was pray for like home matches and pray for matches, even when I wasn't even living in New Zealand. I'm like so when do you know if you're called up for January and, all that good stuff?
January's a tricky one because for a lot of us players, it's not up to us if we can even be there, if we're, if you could pick us or not, because of the whole thing of it being out of the FIFA window and, coaches and clubs releasing players. So I don't know if they're going to struggle to, get a squad of, the current players who are the current kind of legends who have been in the team for a while now. I don't know who is going to be available. I think selection would be coming up pretty soon for that. I know that Yidka's trying to get hold of my coach. I don't know if that means he's going to release me or not. I hope so. But yeah, we'll see. I know that if I do play, I think it's for the second game against the US. It clashes with the game against Phoenix.
So if you tell us the address of your coach and they don't initially release you, I'm happy to go to Canberra and like bang on their window at 2:00 in the morning until they agree to release you. Does that sound like a plan? I could actually do that. We could divide it up amongst all the fans and go and bang on windows and doors, and stand outside people's houses.
Holly will do that, Steph. I mean, she actually will.
Okay, all right. I'll keep that in mind. We'll see what he says.
But like on a related note, though, in terms of scheduling and seasons and whatnot, I noticed that you were one of the few New Zealand players that actually stayed in Australia to play NPL. Most people went home, and they weren't in like a proper competition. They were in some sort of off-season training. Did you stay and play in the Vic NPL, which I saw you guys won actually at Heidelberg United? Was that a professional decision to play that, or it's up to you if you don't want to talk about it? But it means you actually had a season.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on coming back because I've been in and around New Zealand for ages now, and club level, if I'm going to be honest, it's not going to help me grow. It's not challenging enough. So coming back to club level was definitely not an option for me personally. Also, the kind of off-season training group, I wasn't too sure if that was going to be for me as well. There's a program, FFDP, that was kind of run throughout the years that I was a part of, which was the same kind of players as the Phoenix. And I didn't know if, it would be better for me to maybe venture elsewhere to help me grow, not only as a player, but a person. So I was in two minds with that, because I know that NPL also isn't, the best of leagues. Obviously, for me, the best outcome would be another professional contract somewhere else in the world. But NPL, it was okay. My partner was already there as well, so that was a huge kind of draw. But I didn't really have a plan after the season. I was hoping for something overseas, but I didn't really have a plan, and I didn't really want to go back home to that kind of off-season kind of thing. So NPL was kind of just it. I didn't think I really had many options at that point, and that just seemed the best for me. My partner was already there, and I'd missed her for months already, so it was good for me. And I made the Ferns tours throughout the season, which was also good for me. But I probably wouldn't go back there either. Like, I'm really reaching for higher kind of standards and environments. But you know, if I can't make them, then I'm going to have to make do with something else. But yeah, that was my kind of decision making there with the NPL.
So what is it that you see needs to happen? Because I feel like there is a gap there because the season isn't fully professional, and NPL is sort of the stopgap. What else generally do we need to really make it work for players who are in this space? I know some of it's kind of obvious, like actually paying them properly and having a longer season, but I was wondering if you have a perspective on that as an actual player.
That is tricky. I mean, yeah, the money is a big thing. The season is lengthening, which is good. I also think the preseason could be a lot longer as well because, I mean, come on. Are we all going to be fit and ready in a couple of weeks? No, definitely not. I guess, well, NPL in Victoria where I played, there's a team called United, which is pretty much Western United. So I think that worked really well for them, and they had been together for ages, and you can see that translating on the pitch now. They're doing quite well already. It's a tricky one, really, because if the money's not there, then it's kind of hard to do. And I know that like the Swedish league and the Norwegian league kind of coincides, and the American league kind of coincides, but it's kind of tricky there. I wouldn't really have a quick solve for that, but I think it would be great if, you know, A-League would be a full-time thing and would get a nice off season and then a nice pre-season to be really prepared for the season to start.
I'm kind of hoping the new Canadian league will yin and yang with y'all. There's a new Canadian league coming in. It's not going to be coming in until 2025, and I would really like to see that. You know, some A leagues go back and forth because there's no way they're going to be playing during these months because it's really cold in Canada. And you know the Canadians will want the beach too.
True that. True.
Yeah.
Ooh,
just speaking about the US and the league over there. So you had a bit of a trip, like a vacation or like a slightly longer stay at Wake Forest in North Carolina. Does the US appeal at all? Would that be like, if an opportunity come, would you be jumping to take it?
I definitely would. I loved my time at Wake Forest. It was very short, unfortunately. But yeah, I loved it. The money there is also really good. So the facilities are great. The people, the accent is, you get used to it and it gets a bit catchy. I think I was saying a bit of my words differently because they couldn't understand me properly over there when I would talk. So I had to kind of adjust. But I think definitely, and the league over there is quality. We've got some Kiwis killing it over there, Abby Ertig. And some of my friends from college, actually, Ali Riley, of course, Angel City. It's definitely a goal of mine, and I would definitely jump and take it if I could, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Ersic fan, and you know, I've loved watching her over the years at the Courage, and just, you know, win all these trophies. And I think I would love to see you at a team in the NWSL. I think it would be a blast. And I think obviously, you know, I'll be your hype girl. I'll be like Holly. I'll like, what team do you want? I'll go like knock on their door.
Oh yes, I love it. What a solid support team I have.
Yeah, you just have to keep saying y'all. Like, yeah.
Y'all? Okay, y'all.
Y'all.
Got it.
Y'all. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got 2 or 3 minutes left. So what we'll do is we'll start bringing this plane kind of, you know, we'll start tipping the nose down, coming in for a nice smooth landing. So we just got like a few fun questions and bits and pieces. If you were on a reality TV show, which one of your teammates would you take on with you?
Oh, my current teammates, my Canberra teammates, or
Ferns? Who would you take from the Ferns?
Jonathan, it depends if it's like a cooking TV, like reality TV show, or like Survivor, or like what kind of TV, or like maybe you make up the reality TV show with your teammate.
It's just tricky.
Make it Survivor so that everyone sort of knows what you're
Survivor?
talking about. I'm assuming it's
Okay.
Survivor, yeah.
The Top Chef. Or you could do like RuPaul's, runway show. Like, who would you want to like dress extravagantly with? Like, who has the best style closet? Now you got a ton of questions.
I think Survivor. I think I would choose. First person that came to mind, Betsy Hassett. I think she is fun-loving. She's really good at yoga, so we could, kill it on the yoga scene. I don't know. She's really down to earth, and I feel like she'd be able to, use the Kiwi ingenuity, and we could work well together to win all the challenges, and then you get money at the end, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She'd be comfortable on a beach.
Yeah, definitely. I would love Survivor as well. I always thought that maybe when I had a ginormous gap in the season or something like that, I would try and make it on Survivor. I think I'd be okay in it, honestly.
Question two. Which one of your Football Ferns teammates takes the best selfies or the most selfies?
Ooh. These are really good questions. Most selfies. I feel like Erin Naylor takes the most selfies. If you've seen her Instagram, right? If you've seen her Instagram, it's always selfies with someone or doing something. I don't know. On tour, it's like what certain players and people are doing because that they're on Erin Naylor's story. So that's how you can keep up with everyone. The best selfies? That's tricky.
That's right. We can stick with Erin as for the volume.
Erin is. How about best closet? Like whose clothes would you want to raid and put on?
Oh, honestly, I really like Lizzie Anton's style. She's got a cool style. She's fashionable, that girl.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Holly, you got something you want to fire out there? Something funny or fun, silly?
I don't know that I do, but please tell us your game plan for tomorrow. We won't share it with anybody from the Phoenix. We definitely won't. Oh, and you know what? This actual interview might not be out in time for the game, so nobody will be able to watch it. I hope it is, but So okay, then what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
Oh my goodness!
And you guys have to score you'll have to score at least one goal, but like I said, the Knicks have to score 10 before you're allowed your one goal. But what do you reckon?
So if that's the case, I guess still the Knicks can score 10, but we can also score 10. And then after you guys have scored 10, I'll score 1. So it'll be 11-10 to us.
11-10.
Or if we don't get that much, I think it's going to be a really tough game. I want to say 2-1 win to us. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say that we win.
That's all right.
That's fair. We'll go with a 2-2 draw, but 2-1 makes sense.
Okay. Tricky question that was.
Here's one last semi-deep one. Who are you cheering for right now? I'm going to say I'm cheering for Brittany Griner right now. I'm so happy that this American basketball player is coming home from Russia. Who out in the universe are you going, yeah, let's go?
Honestly, my partner, Rebecca Burrows, she is coming back from ACL surgery, and I think she's killing it with the rehab. And I can't wait to see her back out on the pitch. So I'm really cheering for her.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. I love the new generation. They're so out and so happy and so supportive of everyone.
Cool.
I mean, the Knicks is really great. I mean, like all these athletes on the team are just, just open, clear, and honest. And I love it. Makes me happy.
Only
Cool.
way to be, I say.
Yeah.
So on that note, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for your time today, Grace. We really, really appreciate it. I'm going to do Blake's outro. So this has been another edition of the BFG podcast. Like and subscribe, YouTube, Insta, Twitter, and probably Facebook as well. But once again, up the Knicks, 2-2 draw, fingers crossed, so that way everybody wins. Have a fantastic game, Grace, and we're really, really hoping that you break that record. Wishing you all the best for the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
2-2 draw, you guys. Killing me. You're killing me.